Congratulations on your success in the Invitational events. It might not help you in the championship standings, but it definitely helps to build your reputation.
So guys, what is up? We're here with another video. I have we got a failure. It's a major thing fail. Wow. Oh, that was but I have to record really quickly. But yeah. So that upgrade would have really helped us a lot. But now I have to record really quickly, so I'm gonna simulate this. Gonna do qualifying, and yeah, I have to go somewhere in a bit, so I am needing to do this really fast. Hopefully the 25% race in Monza doesn't take too long, but it's Alfa Romeo's home race, so hopefully we can do good and make the team proud on their home race. So. Oh yeah, I have a special helmet, like I said in the last episode, for the United States Grand Prix. Okay, that's it is. Okay, no rain expected. Now let's go to qualifying. And we gotta speed run this, so I'm gonna do 1 lap per session, mediums in the middle. And yeah, I turned up my difficulty, so I may have to try a bit harder now. So let's just skip that. We're also gonna have to skip the beginning inside the beginning part. Okay, and no. Flying lap. So 1 lap, and yeah. We have 1 lap, so let's do this. Gonna have to do this really quickly. Hopefully it won't take too long. We have an issue in our car. We need to fix that before the race. I'm gonna take a penalty for that. Our MGUK is 215, wow. Our MGUK is also worn out. Oh wait, I need to check something. Still on high, I don't know. It kind of feels a bit slower. But now our MGUK is broken, so we're gonna have to, well, I mean, not broken yet, but we're gonna fix this. We're gonna take 2 penalties. Usually in real life too. Monza is the point where a lot of people start taking grid penalties due to engine problems, and also they change gearboxes. So 26 seconds on the first sector. We could have done the beginning first 2 turns a bit better, but you know what, whatever. Oh, we went on the grass too long. Oh, I skip here. Monza is one of the high-speed circuits, so your car just really needs good high speed. Sorry, I had the hiccups. To master the circuit. If you don't really have a good top speed, then you won't be able to master it. And also the hard braking zones, like here. And also after into turn 1, those are hard braking zones after the long straight. So the Austrian, why did I say Austria? The German Grand Prix practice, well, the German Grand Prix practice, I guess you can call it that, is tomorrow. I expect, honestly, another Mercedes one too. They're gonna push really hard since it's their home race, and Vettel, I think he's also gonna push hard and probably get a podium, but no win for him. He could have won last year, but he blew it. Oh, that might have cost a lot of time. I'm just gonna replay that without it. So yeah, so I gotta go really quick, so I'm just, after I did this lap, return to garage, whatever, really quick, and then advance to Q2, then do that same process for all of them, then do the race, so yeah. We're at a 122.6, and they're only at a 122.079. Well, that's Max Verstappen anyway. What do these lights mean? I don't know what these mean. Okay, so you get provisional pole with that amazing lap. Let's try to do it again. Oh, the loading screens. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If you hear my dog barking in the background, sorry about that. I would usually stop him, but I have to go out really quick. And it looks like it might rain too, so don't really have time to check. So yeah, after Q3, I'm gonna change the MGK and the control electronics, because as you can see, those have problems. And also our ES, I don't know what that stands for, has problem too, so I'm also gonna change that. So we take those first two turns perfectly. We go purple in sector 1, same time we did last time. I had to let go of the throttle a bit in that turn because I would have gone off the circuit if I didn't. This is actually a pretty good lap. I don't think we're gonna need to replay this lap, but I might have just jinxed it, so whatever. Our car is so fast. This circuit is all about the aero. And also I think the ERS also has something to do with it, because we get a 215 like in every straight. And if we don't get it on the straight, we always get past 200. So we get another 122, that's gonna be our lap. And then we might go on medium tires for Q3. So let's just simulate. Yeah, oh, Valtteri Bottas got a 123.000. That's amazing. But not as amazing as our lap, which is a bit more random. Lewis Hamilton is 177 thousandths after him. And he keeps his time. Charles Leclerc gets third. Our car just seems to be improving a lot. We might get pole position again, but as you can see, I turned it up more, and I'm just gonna turn it up to 76. Maybe if we do good enough by the end of the season, we're gonna be at level 80 difficulty. So yeah, I remember I used to play on 10, then I would win every single race. So let's go out. Oh, he went on soft tires, whatever. Whatever. We might get pole position again. But I will do the same thing. Actually, I don't really think we're going to get pole position because everyone else is going to be trying more than they normally do since it's Q3. I wish I had a wheel. I'm playing on the controller right now, but I wish I had a wheel, so my turns would be better and everything. Oh, we're going way too fast in that turn. You have to brake really hard into turn 1. Yeah, that's bad. You have to brake a bit earlier from the braking point. I think that's good. And you have to hit the chicane so you can slow down. Because the chicanes slow you down more than you think they do. You could be going in for like a perfect 120 time, then you hit a chicane, and then you're like a 120.9, 009, or 20.9, or 121.0. What? I'm confusing myself. But I hope you guys know what I mean by that. AI still getting 123s. We're still faster than the Ferrari. We take that perfectly right there. This is probably going to be a 121 maybe, hopefully. Or in the low 122s. Pierre Gasly sets a 123, almost in the 122 sections. And Valtteri Bottas now sets a 122. We get right behind him. And yeah, as I said, the AI get more aggressive into Q3. They push harder, every single one of the AIs want pole position. But I don't really care where we are, because I think this is a good enough lap time, 122.8, to get in at least the top 5. But Charles Leclerc, 7th place. They're probably going to jump down a bit. But Devin Butler into Q3, I think for the first time.
Vettel and Lewis Hamilton.
And we're in 4th place. Solid 4th place. That's good. We still got our cheap 4th place. I mean pole position and podium, but I don't really want to count that. So we still don't have a podium, and I think today we might be able to get a podium, and I'm gonna have to skip the intro bit, but I just need it. And also I'm just gonna no comment everything, or just pick really quick. Okay, we don't get anything there. Let's just do that.
I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Oh, I need to take this. Okay, we're taking 2 penalties now. Our gearbox still seems to be fine. And let's go. It's gonna be a tough race since we're taking 2 5th-place grid penalties, I think. Then that would put us into 14th. So I just need to skip this. I'm sorry about that, guys.
This is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix. Let's give them a race worth watching.
Okay, so it looks like we're going for the 1 stop, but I'm gonna edit strategy. Oh wait, we were in Q3. Well, let's see if we can change that. No, we can't. Okay, so we're gonna have to go softs to mediums. I might put this back and then make this hard tire. What's a good strategy? Let's see. I think, yeah, we're just gonna have to go with this strategy. So, how much fuel? Okay, that's good. Let's just start the race really quickly. And 20 place grid penalty. But somehow we're in P3. Wait, does that mean like the race? Wait, somehow we're still in P3. I don't get that. What does that mean? How are we in P3? So many questions. But the Mercedes seem to be blowing away. But for some reason, we got the new engine, well, the new engine components, yet I think the ES is what the ERS is. But Alex Albon right behind us, and it looks like the Mercedes might get a 1-2. But 20 place grid penalty, what does that mean for the end of the race? Let me check race director. Oh, there's collisions. And now, let's go on rich fuel mix since we have 3 extra laps of fuel. You can just burn it all now. But what is this? We upgraded, we got the changes to our engine, and yet still, we're here with nothing. We still have our ERS problem, but I don't, what does this mean? Is this gonna happen? Does this happen for everybody? But now the Mercedes are just flying away.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:26.2.
But the Mercedes are actually flying away. So it doesn't look like we need to replay anything. It's because we're on a podium position, and I don't think, unless if we can jump them in the pits, I don't think we can pass them on the straights. I don't think we have enough pace, even though we got into Q3 and in P4. But I'm just confused, honestly. We got a 20 place grid penalty. Oh, there's a yellow flag. What happened? Is there an incident between the 2 Mercedes? Oh no, it's behind us. What happened behind us? Is there engine failure or something? I don't really have time to do this, but who is it? Who is it? I think the Haas car has an engine failure or something. No, it's the Racing Point. And what is Gasly? What are you doing, man? We're gonna have to push. Okay, so here we're gonna have to push. So yeah, it looks like the Racing Point has a engine failure. But I don't think we're gonna be able to hold on to this. Sergio Perez, the Racing Point.
The energy storm is getting warm, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Oh, we can't have ERS. So we need to use our ERS, but we can't get it past, like, say 70. So
DRS is now enabled.
Pierre Gasly got the fastest lap, but
second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
so this race is a complete disaster right now for us. We changed something. We got the penalty, but we still have the problem. Since we changed the MGK and the internal combustion engine and the control electronics, and we still have problems with the other thing, the energy store, where our ERS comes from, we're still gonna have problems with it. So what Jeff said to do is not like store ERS. We have to use it off the 10 laps, and I don't think we're gonna have enough to, because this is gonna be risky. I don't know, but those guys in front, they're having a big fight, which is slowing them down, and it's giving me a good chance for P2. But the Mercedes are having a really good fight up there ahead, and we got like a front row seat. But where are the Ferraris? I think there's one Ferrari in our pack. I think it's behind Gasly. And we're getting DRS. We set the fastest lap. We have 30 ERS. I need to start saving some, but we can't get past 70. And now these guys are having a big fight, which slowed them down a lot, and we might be able to jump them, which I thought would be impossible since the Mercedes are just way ahead in the R&D, but that's on paper, not in real life. So we might be able to dive bomb Valtteri Bottas. We take a little bit of a corner cut. Valtteri Bottas pushes us out, and okay, now let's try another dive bomb. Hopefully this one works. Hamilton locks up this time. We get pushed off a little bit by Valtteri Bottas, but now we're into P2. 76 difficulty, as you guys saw. But we still need to save some ERS since but we can't get past the 70. I don't want to get past 70. I don't want to risk it since we have to use ERS. We can't just save it. And so we're gonna change that after the race. We might have to order a new component, which will give us a penalty. I don't know how I didn't see that. But now Hamilton's getting away. We have a few more laps until our pit window opens. 3 more laps, to be certain, until our pit window opens. And right now we've burned up a lot of fuel. I might go down into the standard so then our engine doesn't overheat. Yeah.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the
Our engine was overheating, so now I turned it off of Rich Mix. So now we're down on standard. They're having a problem with the car, no problems. So I'm gonna let the engine cool down a bit, and then I'm gonna start pushing once more. But Valtteri Bottas keeps pushing us. We might be able to get a first real podium this time. So I put it back on. Oh, there's Leclerc, there's Gasly. So Vettel is the one down. I think Vettel has a problem because look how far he is back on the minimap. He's so far back. And Leclerc is up here, so I don't know what's wrong with Vettel. He might have an engine problem, just like most cars here, but Hamilton is getting away. Hamilton is getting away fast. So as you can see, our engine is heating up since we're on Rich Mix. The Rich Mix makes the engine get hotter. But we need to burn some fuel, so I'm gonna stick it on Rich Mix for a little bit longer. As long as we need to, but Pierre Gasly is right on our attack. And there's a huge train about to overtake us, but we keep it since they don't want to risk anything. We weren't, oh my god, we're holding up a train right now. Mostly Gasly, but let's go on medium ERS since we have enough that we can use. Let's go on standard, don't want to overheat the engine like I said. The Vettel is so far behind, but now he looks to be catching up to Valtteri Bottas, which, no, there's the Toro Rosso of Alex Albon, I'm pretty sure, who is in the back of this train. Yeah, it's definitely a Toro Rosso, but I'm not 100% sure. The Vettel is catching up. I know that's I was scared for a second. And now we're slowing down. We went on the chicane. I told you of how much the chicane slow you down. And I guess this is an example of it. I don't know why this straight right here doesn't have a DRS point, but now Leclerc is in P3 right now. This is a good day for the Ferrari engines. I might let him pass me, but we are going into the pit, so might as well just keep fighting him. But Leclerc in the faster car passes us, but we keep the inside lane, the outside, and now he's still right behind us, so we're gonna have to burn some fuel before we go into the pits. Don't want to overheat the engine though. So Leclerc, I'm pretty sure is also going into the pits. We might be able to jump Hamilton and the long train of cars that's gonna go into the pits this lap. But is Leclerc going into the pits? That's the question. We also need to build up some time so that when we go into the pits we don't get held up. Our goal is to hold up Hamilton so that we could jump him on the pits. Oh, I accidentally pressed gear change. And now Leclerc, right there, Gasly passes Leclerc on the straight. I'm pretty sure the Red Bull engine, the Honda powered engine, is faster than the Ferrari engine at this point. So now let's go into non-ERS, because we're going into the pits. I think Hamilton also went inside the pits. Leclerc also goes inside the pits. I think we're going to hold him up, but then he's going to hold us up. Leclerc is definitely going to hold him up. Yes, he does, and I think we might be able to jump him in the pits. No, but we get held up. We get held up. We get held up instead by both of them. That's bad.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
We need a faster pit crew. But now let's push.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Okay, we definitely burn fuel super fast, but now Leclerc definitely going away. We just want to stay behind him, and oh,
that looked bad. Are you all right? Let me know you're all right.
So I was saying we might want to pass him because right now virtually we're in third place. How is that exceeding the track limits? My tires are still on track. I hate the sausage curbs. We go on the chicane for a little bit too long. Okay, right now our ERS is good. Virtually again we're in third because Hamilton pit was in first, Leclerc pit was in third, and jumped us in the pits, and we were in second. Everyone else hasn't pit, but I think that's Gasly who is staying out. Maybe it's Verstappen. It's definitely Verstappen. And now Kimi goes into the pits this lap.
Kimi is in for his stop.
And then we're gonna get a bunch of people in the pit lane. And that's chaos in the pits. Luckily we undercutted them. And there's Verstappen. No, Verstappen stayed out. Are we gonna get ahead of Bottas? And yes we do, barely, just barely. But we do break a lot later. So we did go wide. What? So sometimes I say weird things on this channel, but that's just what makes it more funny. That's a bit of a corner cut, to be honest. Okay, our ERS is low. I don't think, yeah, there's a McLaren, the Haas cars, I think the Renault cars, and then Pierre Gasly, who's gonna go into the pits. He might, honestly, just overcut us, because he's so far ahead. But Bottas with the Mercedes power engine, he gets the move done. I'm surprised. Now we're down in the 4th place virtually. And maybe even lower since Verstappen is right there. But we might be able to get Bottas on the straight. Yep, there's a lot of people, there's a train into the pits, but one of the Haas cars stay out, in which they are in first. We're catching up to the Mercedes. We take the Mercedes out, break early. There's Gasly. He gets the overcut on us, but he's right behind Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. So he's in P4. We want P4 right now. So the uppercut worked for Gasly. We go in the gravel trap for a little bit, which allows Valtteri to pass us, and we're having a tight battle with the AI.
You might make a mistake.
Hopefully he does, Jeff, because we don't want a P5 again. I mean, we didn't get a P5 last race, but that was a cheap P3. And we're gonna go down the inside! Nice, nice, nice. No space, Mr. Valtteri Bottas. Okay, maybe I can catch up to him. I just wanna. So there. Oh yeah, we're still in P5 actually, since the Haas car is still there and needs to go into the pits. Yeah, now the Haas car goes into the pits. But now I think we're gonna catch up to the Mercedes. And now we're into P4. Will we be able to pass Pierre Gasly in the pits? This undercut doesn't seem to have worked, at least for me, since I haven't had the pace. Well, if we didn't get held up... Wait, Kimi goes into the pits again. What happened to him? There might have been a contact between him and someone else, which is probably what happened, because Kimi went into the pits earlier. That's Kimi's second pit stop. Definitely something happened, and we made a mistake, which allows Valtteri to keep catching up. We want to hold this P4 from the Mercedes,
In first place.
but we take him on the outside. That was a beautiful move to stick our position up ahead of him. But now Verstappen is right there behind him, and so is Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes power engine. He's gonna try it, but we have the ERS, and now we're still on 41. So this is risky, and now he's gonna have DRS on the straight. I need to stay as far ahead as I can. I want to break this slipstream, but now he goes. Oh my God!
Are you okay?
We got fishtailed, and now Valtteri is off. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit the wall. Let's go into hot lap mode. Try to break the ERS. The slipstream. We don't want him to get the slipstream. We brake really early. That's a car park and a half right there. I was paying attention to what was behind me and not what was in front of me. So now we gotta catch up to the Mercedes again on the penultimate lap. We might get the dive bomb down on him. That seemed to have worked. And now Pierre Gasly's still ahead of us. Maybe they can be held up, but it looks like that's race over for us. P4, but maybe P5. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to Gasly.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
And we don't have ERS, so we're going to have to push as hard as we can with no ERS. We use the runout space, try to break the slipstream between me and Bottas. And now we're going on to the final lap of the race.
Just taking the lead. This is your final lap of the race.
Kimi is in last place. Something definitely happened between him and someone else. And now we stay ahead of him. Leclerc and all the positions up there, and I think Leclerc got into first place. That's amazing for the Tifosi. Maybe he can stick it. That would have been amazing if he can. And I'm pretty sure that would move Leclerc up. Oh! Don't want that to happen. Don't want that to happen either. He tried something, but it doesn't work for him. And now we stick ahead of him, and now we're so far ahead of him. I don't think he probably will get DRS on us because we made the mistake right there. We're just too focused on what's behind us. Let's just focus on what's ahead of us. P4, another P4. Still haven't got a legitimate podium, but Leclerc still seems to be in P1, which is good, cause the winner, the home race, the Ferrari, the Tifosi, get to celebrate one more time, but we're still gonna have to fight with Valtteri, who is pushing us. And I think that is Ferrari win. A Ferrari win. Charles Leclerc wins the Grand Prix, and we come home in P4.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked.
No, we got into P3. What is this? What happened? One of them might have gotten a penalty. I think Pierre Gasly must have gotten a penalty, which moved us up into P3. So that's our first legitimate podium.
From Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
No, Hamilton got the penalty. It wasn't Pierre, because Pierre's still there. So, it's a Ferrari win here in Monza. Ferrari win at their home Grand Prix. Leclerc gets his, I'm guessing, third win of the season. And we get our first legitimate podium. I mean, not really, since it was a penalty, but you know.
Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today.
Lewis
Let's focus
Hamilton.
on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Well, often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Nico Hülkenberg's clean driving throughout the event.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
What happened? He doesn't have a penalty. Was he a lap down? Says he got lapped, but he was right there fighting with them, and there was no blue flag. Let's just view the highlights. That was an amazing race by us. 13 laps, not a lot, but whatever. We started in P3, ended in P3. Lewis, I still don't know what's up with Lewis. He didn't get a penalty, and for some reason, I don't know what happened to him. He said it was a lap down. Whatever, let's just skip it. But Ferrari won at their home Grand Prix, and Alfa Romeo, since we're Ferrari engine and also Alfa Romeo's a Italian team, we win at their home Grand. Well, not win, but I see this as a win.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Lucas flew through the pack in that race. What's his secret? You must be thrilled to be up on the podium.
Yep. I should have complimented the
All
arrow.
expectation. What's your secret?
Sportsmanship,
Do you
just
think
want
you
to
were
build
lucky
it.
not to end your race with that crash?
What crash?
Great. Well, that's everything.
I shouldn't have picked that. Should have said no comment. I didn't. I should have picked that. Don't know why I did that. Two things, I don't know why I did that thing. And also I don't know why I picked that. But that's P3 for us in our, well, team's home race. And technically our first podium. But what happened to Kimi? I don't know what happened to Kimi. Might have been contact, but...
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.
Okay, now we have a lot of stuff. So, R&D tree can develop this. When is it gonna come in? Singapore. That's next race. And we might be able to purchase this, which would put us in front of Toro Rosso. Yeah, let's get it. It's coming in Singapore anyway. And our aero is way better than everything else. We're pretty poor here. Anything else that I can get? No. Let's just switch this out. Switch this out. This is still good. And we're catching up to Vettel. And Leclerc is second in the drivers. So, can he win the championship? He's only at 227. And Hamilton's there. So, could he catch up, win the championship? That's gonna be a tough decider. But now we're going to Singapore. P3. Man, I'm happy with that. But I still don't know what happened with Hamilton. I mean, it said we were in P4. It said he was in P3 or P2 or whatever he was in. Then in the race director, he said it was down a lap. And behind Kimi, who was supposed to be in the last. I mean, he was there, and it never said that we were up there. Let's see if the stuff came in. Probably one of them failed. Oh no, they both completed, I think. So that's coming in Russia, actually. So now where are we? Way in the aero. So that came in. Let's see. We're ahead of Toro Rosso now with that upgrade. No, with this. Yeah, we're ahead of Toro Rosso, which is good. No. So now, when this comes in, we should be ahead of Toro Rosso and maybe Ferrari, which would put us second in there. But that major upgrade didn't do anything. But Red Bull still kind of far away from the Mercedes. But yeah, that's gonna end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was a good race. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. This part's awkward.